Benvenuti al secondo semestre di italiano. Io sono la vostra professoressa, Annette Muñiz, and this little video is just an introduction so that you know what to do and what to expect as we begin our first week of class tomorrow. Allora, let me share my screen. Oh, ecco la mia maglietta Università di Venezia. Very appropriate for today, I guess. Allora, let me share my screen here. Okay, so some of you have been here already, not everybody, but if you log in into your course Canvas shell, this is the first page that you see. Every module has their welcome page with a summary of the material to be covered on that unit. But this is, I just want to very quickly tell you where to find things, right? So you have the link here. If you, well, if I click on it, it's going to take me where I am now because I am using Zoom and I'm using the course Zoom. But if you see here, it takes you, so you can see here on this, on the left bottom corner, right? And you see that 8930, this is the meeting ID. So if you already have the Zoom app, you can just type this. And the passcode, lasagna. Easy to remember, I hope, right? So then this is an 8-week class. Yes, so it is, and it is a 5-unit class. So there is material to be covered. I'm not gonna kid you, but I try to make it as easy and as pleasant as possible. So what I'm gonna show you, many of you have seen it already, but the first week is dedicated to review. And the second week is passato prossimo. So it is almost for a regular class of Italian 1 that those will be 2 weeks of review. But I know that some people who have taken Italian 1 in either a 5-week or 8-week session, they may have just glanced very quickly to the passato prossimo or not covered it as well as it should be. So I am going to do that on the second week, assuming that nobody had it. So if you had it, reviewing is always good, and we are going to communicate and do activities and so on. The time in class is going to be mostly for you using what we learned. So it is best if you have seen the videos which are on every main page, right? There's a little mini lessons or videos that introduce the topics to be covered, and there's also references on the main pages, and also in the quaderno they have the conjugation charts and all that. The quaderno, you may acquire a copy, a printed copy through the bookstore, and they sell it to you guys at cost. It is a resource that the illustrious Giovanni Trombetta was so kind to develop for students, so that instead of having a quaderno that costs almost $100 for pages that you like rip out and then complete, you have one which is probably $10 or less. So everybody, applause for Giovanni Trombetta. And oh yes, so here, this is well, this information I expect you to read over it, and I'm going to send it in the body of an email as well. So that what you may not have is the live links, depending on your email provider. That's why sometimes I may choose to copy, not just through Canvas, because if I send an email through Canvas, it doesn't have live links, right? So you may have to copy and paste the link or whatever. But if I send it through my regular email, so you may have some of the links. So that's why I'm going to send this video also to your other email. So on the first week, so we are going to have class on Monday at 7, and we are going to be reviewing this material. But if you are not coming because the class, right, the Zoom meetings are optional. What is not optional is the material. Right? You have to, you are responsible for the material, and you need to watch the recording if you don't come to class. And a lot of the questions are answered in the recording, like what is due on the week or etc. So here you have links to some review pages, right? So you have like things in Quizlet, and this is copied from Italian one, a lot of this material, right? So this is a video here. This when you have this means it's either like a link somewhere else or to download a file. Well, download a file, actually the arrow is down, I think. So this goes to, oh yes, this goes to Quizlet because I can see them on the here, or to Quizlet Familia. Yeah, so a lot of Quizlet sets that we use in our Italian 1 classes. And then, well, this is not there. So you have here mostly this. And if we go to, per esempio, oh gosh, my internet seems to be a little slow because it's not going back. Okay, let me do the home page. Again, okay, that was a little faster. Okay, verbi regolari. And well, this is a list of topics that we will be like kind of glossing over, but if you click on them, it expands and it gives you some like little videos. And these are all very recommended, especially if there has been some time between your Italian 1 and your Italian 2 class. We are not perfect and we forget what we don't use. So all these little videos, and let's see if maybe my back home page. And you see, these are examples here. Sometimes I have a, okay, ire. What? Wait, what happened there? Left side. Is, well, that tells me that I have to fix it because it's not taking me there where it's supposed to. Well, that's a good thing. I will fix that before I post this video. So by the time that you receive this will be fixed already, and it will take you to the page where I have the sample videos and all that. So articoli, then you have, this is like the preliminary chapters. These are videos when to use these different articles. Then some of them are my videos, some of them are videos of my colleagues, some of them are videos that I find like in Italiano, or sometimes I try to give you some choice in English, in Italian. Sometimes I include in other languages that I know students in the class speak. For example, I may send you something in Russian, if there is a Russian speaker, or in Spanish. We always have some Spanish speakers. And well, depending on whether or not it is their native language, right? So, and then this is a summary. So you see this here, these things here. So this is reference material, the topics that we are going to be doing. You also have a copy of the quaderno, and this is also in the modules, on the top of the modules. PDF or Word. And when you see the homework, I often copy the plain text from the workbook, so you don't have to necessarily go there. Although some people do open the workbook if they have these little great electronic tools with which they make annotations, and it's really nice. But if you see, for example, here, Pagine 1-6 del quaderno. So this is here. The formatting may not always be as good as in the printed workbook because, for example, here, so what you need to do here is to conjugate arrivari according to the loro, they form. I signori, so you would write arrivano. Gina is lei, mangia. Tu cerchi with H, right? Anna ed io, this is noi, abitiamo. Dormire, loro, plurale, i ragazzi dormono, and eccetera, eccetera. It's just review verb conjugation here. So you will have that in like simple text as well. But you can also, when you submit this, you can have, I don't care the format that you do it, as long as you do the work, right? You can send me this, copy and paste the text and just put in your answer. Like you would put la casa, le case, il dottore, i dottori, lo studente, gli studenti, ecos y sucesivamente, right? And so on. You can do this in text, insert the plain text in your reply. You can attach a photo of it. You can even write your answers on a regular piece of paper and take a picture of it, right? Etc. So as long as you do it, I'm fine in whichever format you prefer. So you have here, yes, the things to do in class, and I will have a list. And this is, if you see here, this is very ambitious, trying to cover practically the whole semester in 1 week. So there's going to be a little thing, but this is all should be refreshing, right? And it's not going to be graded for accuracy. It's going to be more for me to know where you are and what we may need to see again or to reinforce. Um, but yes, try to do a little bit. So on the first day, what you need to do is to go over some of the material, and if there's anything that you need to see again because it's been a while and you would benefit from reviewing, do so, right? Then come to class if you are able to. And then the second day, which is Tuesday, the first thing to do is to do the first part of the discussion, which is a little introduction to yourself. It could be written or oral, right? Recording or just writing here. And you see oh gosh, we have one already. Benissimo. And then, so that will be due on the first day. So the due date here, I have to put the earliest due date, which is on the first part. However, then the second part, right, is due on Friday, and that is a reply to somebody else in class, at least two people. Poi, so that's the first thing, right? It should be really easy trying to kind of refresh what you have somewhere in your brain, right? And then on the third day, but we do have class, and this is all due at midnight. So if you have any questions on these verb conjugations, you can bring them to class on Wednesday, or you can send me an email as well if you're not coming to class. But you have the chance to ask and try this before it is due. The same thing for this, which is due on Thursday. And again, it looks like there's a lot of pages, but sometimes it's just a few little words on each page. And we are going to try, time permitting, to go over, like, have 5 minutes to do some of it in class. So that also helps, and it cuts down the time you will need. So all these things are probably not more than half an hour, except maybe this one, because it is more pages, and it's also different topics. If everything is the same. Oh, and by the way, this is only just 2 pages, but I say you should review, right? Obviously, right? Everything. So you should be looking at everything until page 20, except the passato prossimo, because we're going to do the passato prossimo on the second week. And then this is a quiz that I hope everybody gets a perfect credit, and I did it on entirely multiple choice. It used to have like open-ended questions, but in order for you to get instant feedback and be able to submit it again and know how you did without having to wait for me to grade it, I did it completely multiple choice, or type in one word that Canvas will grade automatically. And again, you will get full credit even if you submitted 10 times or more, but it will let me know if we need to review something more than once, right? And I can tell Canvas, give me an aggregate, tell me which question was the hardest one. For it gives me a lot of ways of knowing, looking at statistics that won't necessarily like put anyone on the spot. And then this, so this is kind of weekend, but again, anything that is due on a weekend, you don't have to do it on the weekend. You can always do it earlier, but a lot of people find it easier to have like 30 minutes or less in some cases. This is probably faster. Um, like every day, do a little bit as opposed to do a lot on less days, right? So this is just review, do and again, it may be easier for you if you are not sure whether or not I can see your Quizlet membership, or just put a screenshot. save a screenshot, and then you can ask me, can you see my results, right? The other thing is actually if you join the class later, but you did the set before, it doesn't lose it, right? It will tell me automatically that you already did it. But anyway, I don't want anybody to freak out if you were missing credit. So that's why I say take a screenshot and then we'll figure it out. So, allora, this is everything. I think I went way longer than I wanted on this introductory video. So I'll stop it, and I hope to see you all, or as many as can make it tomorrow. But if not, I will kind of keep like see you in the virtual room, like see your work and answer questions. And sono qui per voi. A domani, grazie, e sono contenta che voi abbiate deciso di studiare italiano 2 con me.